Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Yvonne and I want to show you my chunky butterfly journal. This is my first spoken video, so I hope you will forgive any mistakes I make, since English is not my native language. The journal is a fabric hardcover and it measures 8.5 inches by 6 with a 2.5 spine in centimeters, 21.5 centimeters by 15 with the spine of 6.5. It has 3 signatures and 132 pages. I made an embellishment on 44, so there's more than plenty enough room for journaling. The closure I made of 2 layers of chiffon, I think it is chiffon, and taffeta ribbon, and I tied it into a bow. On the cover I made a book plate. I layered 2 kinds of fabrics, both cottons, cardstock and some digital paper. I used some die cuts and the negative of a flower die cut. On there also a little cluster of some ribbons and a crochet butterfly. The spine and the back I left plain because the journal is already very busy, so I didn't think it was really necessary. Let's take a look inside. On the inside front cover I made a vellum pocket. I don't know if you can see it. I made the vellum pages myself. I printed on thicker paper and then later I ironed it with candle wax. There are some great tutorials online to do that, and the one I followed I will link down in the description box. In the pocket I made a scrappy notepad to be used in a journal for further decoration. It's a tag shape. I sewed around it from the digital papers of the collection, a die cut flower and a little snippet. Inside are various scrappy papers, lined papers, coffee dyed, dictionary, mathematics, vintage music, all kinds of papers. And it tucks right in here. The front and back covers of all the signatures are also made of the vellum, only these I printed double-sided for more interest, and it's more beautiful that there's something on the inside also. And it gives a cool effect because both shine through. I used throughout the journal I used laces, crochet trim for extra feel of the texture and some extra interest. The collections I used are Butterflies in Blue and Back to Nature from Arty Maze. Yeah. Some embellishments I paper clipped on. All the paper clips have a little, not a bow, but I put some lace or crochet trim or fabric on it, so they peek out of the journal for more interest and also the feel again. These embellishments I clipped on. I did that because they're double-sided and it would be a shame to stick them in a journal. This is a tag with 2 pockets, a tag inside, journaling space on the back, and here 2 small ones, and it tucks in the crochet trim. This is from a botanical and animal book, and I chose the pages I chose are the butterfly pages. Coffee dyed paper is in here, a little cluster with a loop pin attached. I did some stenciling or stamping. Graph paper, I stitch on it. On here is a coin envelope. On the back there's an altered playing card. I decorated a bit and it opens up. You can use this as a tuck spot. Inside is a journaling card and you can tuck something in there, and that tucks underneath the card. Also some stenciling. This is from the collection. Very beautiful papers. A little snippet I used as a tuck spot. A lot of tags are vellum also, I don't know if it picks up. And some trim on the bottom. This is a faux postcard I enlarged to make it into a page with a butterfly stamp. A little snippet, I made a paper snippet roll, but I decorated it later on. A digital, some coffee dyed paper with the imprint of a stencil. Vintage music paper folded up to make a pocket inside a tag. Journaling space on the back, some eyelash trim and a little snippet in the corner. A side tuck with a journaling card. Some stenciling on the lined digital. The middle of the first signature with a little snippets peeking out. These I left long and because if you want to hang dangles on their beads or charms or something, that's something you can decide on your own. So it can also be clipped. Also a vellum tag attached with a rat, so you can journal under there. Music paper, the second pocket with a journaling card lined on the back. The coffee dyed paper with the stenciling. Also an altered playing card with a tea-dyed bingo card and a vintage receipt. Crochet trim pocket, I reinforced it with vellum. This is also a card from the collection made into vellum and the coffee dyed index card. The postcard. Here I made a fabric snippet roll. Under there is a coffee dyed doily and some paper of the collection, but I tea dyed over it, but you can see the lines faint to journal on. It tucks right in here. Coffee dye, digital from the collection with a little snippet, graph paper. On here I made an altered paper clip and it's a faux specimen card. I was looking for the word. Very cute. It can be clipped on. On this page I clipped an envelope of the collection which I decorated. It's paper from the collection, and inside is an altered card using the papers. So you can always put it somewhere else in the journal with some fabric on the paper clip. Book page with the butterflies and the end of the first signature. Second signature also the vellum, double-sided. The book page with the butterflies, a faux postcard with a little snippet on the back and the postage stamp. Here I did an altered paper clip from the bottom, decorated. Here an embossed card to journal on in the pocket and a small pocket on the top. Then it clips here and you can tuck something, if you want, you can tuck something behind it, also on the other side if you want. Some stenciling, piece of lace snippet, and a decoration, a little collage, some stamping, line digital, a little snippet. This is a digital of an embroidered trim with a layered card from the collection, papers from the collection. You can journal on the back. The faux postcard with the butterfly stamp, some stenciling, digital paper. Here I did some extra lace to reinforce this page. It's coffee dyed and lined paper. Because this is very heavy, I reinforced it on both sides. This is an altered envelope. It flips open. I decorated with the papers. This is a little booklet to journal. Tucks right in here. And a large tag with a collage on it and a lot of journaling space on the back. The vintage music paper, the digital, middle of the signature, the second signature, a vellum embossed pocket with a journaling card inside with a little cluster and chase your dreams. Also a little cluster, some stenciling on the coffee dyed page, some stamping, digital, some digital ledger on the back of the postcards, again a butterfly stamp. Here I made a faux envelope with a paper of the collection, which I decorated with some die cuts, and inside a lot of journaling space. And that clips on. Some crochet trim. A collaged small card that I glued on like a tuck spot. A layered tag with a small collage, and you can journal on the back. And some crochet trim and some ribbon. Also the stitching on the graph paper. This I made into a flip out, a lot of journaling space, and inside are two tags with a small collage on it. You can journal on the back. This is a little dangle journal space on the back. The butterfly page again, and the end of the second signature with a little snippet on the back. The third one, also this is thicker cardstock, so you can hold the pocket because it's heavy. This is also an altered envelope. The bottom piece flips up to make a pocket. Inside, two tags with some scrapbook paper I had. Coffee dye paper on the back, you can journal on it. It tucks right in there. And in here a large tag, also a little cluster, lots of journaling space. And this is with an image, a freebie from Arty Maze. The butterfly pages, an altered playing card, also with This on top is vellum, also the paper made into vellum. Inside a journaling card from the collection with coffee dye paper on the back. Some stenciling and some trim. This is a coin envelope. It goes over the page, a little cluster, and inside is a matching journaling card, coffee dyed, and a little snippet. Over the page with the paper clip with some dotted fabric. Digital some stenciling. Here I made a card. I glued it on as a pocket. You can tuck something inside. This is just leftover from the collection. A little dangle with a loop pin. These are vellum windows, some butterflies behind it. Some stenciling, the faux postcard with the butterfly stamp. This was originally a bookmark, but I glued it on as a belly band. Inside a journaling card that is embossed, and you can journal on the back. And a piece of a notepad with a butterfly on it, you can journal on the back. So lots of journaling space. From the digital collection, a dangle, it's a little booklet. You can write a secret message with the stencil on the coffee dye paper, also clipped on with a paper clip. It's an altar card with a pocket, 2 little tags inside, and journaling space on the back. That's an old receipt, a vintage receipt paper. The vintage music paper with a journaling card inside. From the collection, the middle of the 3rd signature. Beautiful papers. Again, a pocket with a card inside and a little embellishment. On the back are 2 pockets, one of tracing paper with 2 small tags inside, and a bit larger tag, coffee dyed paper on the back you can journal on. You tuck right in there and in the pockets. Side tag again, a vellum tag. I don't know if it picks up from the collection. This is also a paper of the collection. I tea-dyed over, but you can still see the lines. Extra journaling space, and I stenciled on it. The coffee dyed paper from the collection, lined digital. Here I made a card and glued it into a tuck spot. Inside are 2 little embellishments, the faux postage stamps, and a sticker. And a little snippet to decorate it. This is also a journaling card from the collection, but I tea-dyed it or coffee dyed it. You can journal on it. And the to-do list, also coffee dyed. The digital ledger, the postcard with the butterfly stamp. On here, with the flower ribbon, there's a normal envelope. I collaged on it, coffee dyed it, collaged on it, little snippet on it. Use your rings. Inside is just some extra journaling space, folded in a funny way. It tucks right in there and over the page. some stenciling, little snippets. Memories last a lifetime. Lots of room to do that in here. This is also a freebie of Arty Maze. You can journal on it. A little snippet, extra crochet trim. And this is a faux envelope. It just flips open and you can journal on it. It's scrapbooking paper. Again, a collaged card I made into a tuck spot. A vellum tag. And again, a to-do from a to-do notepad. Butterfly page, very beautiful images. And the back page, you can see here the vellum, very good. On the back inside also a vellum pocket, like in the front. Inside I made a large journaling card with a saying. I decorated a bit. This is tracing paper and underneath there's a die cut of a flower and I put some butterflies on it. And that tucks right in here. So that's it, the chunky butterfly journal. I really enjoyed making this. It was hard to stop embellishing it, but it turned out, yeah, like I hoped it would. I hope you liked this flip through. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe. And I would love to hear from you what you thought of the journal. And maybe I'll see you next time. Bye bye!